Hello friends, welcome all to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we are going to learn about the second poem of CBSE Grade 10 syllabus. The poem's name is Fire and Ice, which is written by Robert Frost. About Robert Frost, I've already spoken in my previous video, Dust of Snow. So if anybody wants to learn about Robert Frost, you can go to Dust of Snow video and you can learn about him. Okay, now we'll learn about Fire and Ice. The title itself is very striking, is it not? Fire and Ice. Why does it sound striking? Because two contrasting elements are put together and made it as a title. Is it not? Two contrasting elements are put together and finally made it as a title. This is the reason the title sounds very striking. Okay. Why Robert Frost has made use of such kind of title for his poem? Yes, there is a reason. Because in this poem Fire and Ice, Robert Frost has spoken about the destiny of the earthly world. If you look superficially about fire and ice, you will get a very general meaning. When you look at fire, it gives you a meaning called heat. Is it not? When you look at the word called ice or the object ice, immediately you will retrieve the meaning called chillness or cold. Is it not? So this is the very superficial understanding of these two terms, and that is why very naturally and automatically we say that these two are contrasting elements. Is it not? Contrasting things. But here Robert Frost is telling us to go little deeper into the title and think about what kind of similarity these two possess. Yes, of course, as Robert Frost says, these two objects or these two elements or these two components seriously possess a similarity. The similarity is the destructive ability. Fire also possesses the ability to destruct something. Same way, ice to destruct something. Both possess this kind of strong ability with them. That is why he has used this title. Okay. Now we'll have a question. There are so many things to be discussed in this world. Leaving everything apart, why especially Robert Frost has stressed on destiny? What is the reason for him to specially stress or focus on the destiny of the earthly world? Yes, here he gives us an answer that he was very much inspired by the work of Dante. He has written a book called Inferno, and Robert Frost was about to read that book, and he completed the reading part also. When once he completed the book, he got an idea. He was very much inspired by Inferno book, and he decided in his mind that he should definitely pen down a poem on the theme called Destiny of the Earthly World. So here he has made use of this title and he has come out with this kind of theme. Okay, so this is the background of this particular poem. Now we'll get into the poem. Here Robert Frost has given few meanings for fire and few meanings for ice. Let us see what are the examples or the meanings Robert Frost has given for these two things. First we'll discuss on fire. According to Robert Frost, fire means strong desire. Okay, fire means strong desire. The desire could be either positive or negative. Okay, but mostly it makes us to think about the negative one. So the desire could be lustful, a person can be very greedy, a person can be very cruel, a person can be wanted to achieve everything whatever he wishes or whatever he desires. Okay, so fire means he very simply describes as desire. Fire is nothing but desire. Now coming to ice. According to Frost, Ice means being cold. Not by the chillness, he means. Remaining cold at heart. Okay, remaining cold at heart. It means a person who remains intolerant, who remains insensitive, who remains indifferent, who never wanted to respect others' emotions, who never wanted to get adjusted with the fellow beings. Okay, he always wanted to be the superior and being dominative at times. Okay, so this is how he gives the meaning on ice. Okay, so according to Robert Frost, especially with regards to this, with reference to this poem, ice means being insensitive, being intolerant, being indifferent. Then what can be used? Being rigid, especially being very, very rigid, not getting adjusted with the fellow beings. Okay, and what about fire? Fire means desires. It could be lustful, it could be greedy, or it could be avarice, anything. Okay, so this is what is the first understanding of what is fire and what is ice. Okay, now let me tell you the summary of the poem Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice is a short and a simple poem. At the same time, it expresses a profound idea that the world will reach its destiny either by fire or by ice. This is the profound idea where Frost expresses through this poem. Let us see how this fire as well as this ice destroys the world. He says that there are some people who say that the world will end because of fire, and there are some other people who say that the world will end in ice. But Frost says or insists that world will reach its destiny due to its fiery desires, which is nothing but fire. Because he tells very clearly, he expresses very clearly that the fiery desires in the mankind, which will never ever make a man to be peaceful. It will always keep forcing him or stressing him to run in order to achieve that fiery desire. If the desire is achieved, he is on the safer side. He is at a safer zone. But if the desire is not achieved, what happens? His mind is completely disturbed. When the psyche of a man is not stable, when it is disturbed, then automatically he is also destroyed. Okay, not only the desire which is not accomplished, even his inner self is destroyed because he is not at the stable mind. Okay, he is unable to think what has to be done next. He is completely filled with fog. Okay, his mind is completely painted with fog. He cannot move any further. Okay, so through this, what Robert Frost tells us is nowadays mankind is not leading its life on his own. Rather, the mankind let the emotions to rule the life. Okay, so this is the main reason for the world to reach its catastrophic end. The fiery desires are the prime source for the world to reach its catastrophic end, because world should remain at peace. When world is not at peace, then it is not a world. Okay, it cannot act as the world, is it not? People should be very happy, not only physically, even mentally. Mentally they should be more happier, very happier when compared to the physical aspect of life, is it not? When the psyche is disturbed, then they cannot achieve anything, is it not? That is why Robert Frost favors that fire can seriously make the world to reach its catastrophic end. At the same time, he also comes out with an idea that if the world has got an opportunity to get destroyed or annihilated for the second time, then the option is very clear, it's going to be ice. Because fire and ice are equally competent in their abilities. Because of this reason, he chooses ice. Okay? Here, ice is nothing but hatred. A mankind's heart should be fully filled with love and affection. But now it is fully filled with hatred. If the heart is filled with hatred, he cannot move along with other fellow beings. Is it not? When he is unable to get along with other people, then he cannot remain at a stable, he cannot lead a stable life, he cannot lead a peaceful life. All the time his mind will be torturing him. Why is it like this? Why is it like that? Okay, his mind will never ever experience peace. A mind or the heart, whichever is enjoying the peace, that is when the world will remain at peace. If the mind of any man is not at peace, then the world will never ever enjoy the peace. If the mankind is enjoying peace, then the world is also enjoying peace. This is the main theme or the main message where Frost wanted to convey to us through this poem. Peace is very, very important. Hatred, desire, this is all very common. But these emotions, these self-destructing human emotions should never ever rule us. Our life should be ruled based on knowledge and not by our emotions. We should be able to differentiate what is emotion and what is knowledge. If we are sound based on knowledge, then we know how to overcome our emotions. When we are not sound in knowledge, then we will very casually allow all these bloody emotions to rule our life naturally. Am I right? Very naturally we will allow. Because we don't have a sound mind to think about it. Is it not? That is why the current situation, the current world is completely disturbed. Why is it so? Because we all are filled with fiery desires in our mind. We all are filled with hatred in our mind for simple things. We don't have the tendency to adjust with people. We don't have the ability to speak good words, sweet words. We always wanted to be a dominating one. We never allow anybody to express their emotions. Supposedly, if anybody's emotion hits our emotion, then immediately we become intolerant. All these actually leads to inner destruction. When inner is spoiled, outer is automatically spoiled. Okay, so inner self is very, very important. Okay, that is the place where God dwells in. Am I right? So such place should be kept very, very divine. It should not carry any kind of negative qualities or attitudes with it. Okay, so through this poem, Robert Frost has come out with the moral that our life or our mind should never ever, or our heart should never ever be ruled by our emotions. Rather, it has to be ruled by our knowledge. Only our knowledge will help us to make us to take a right decision. No other thing will help us so. Am I right? Therefore, fiery desires as well as hatred, both are not going to help any man at any point. Therefore, let us all neglect or ignore these kind of emotions and let us lead a peaceful life and enjoy the God's gift called this earthly world. Let us not destroy this earthly world because of these futile emotions. No point in having these emotions in the heart. That should be very well understood by us. That is why Robert Frost, during his time itself, he has come out with this poem. So at least by knowing the message of this poem, we all should turn our minds into a positive one and let us all get deprived of jealousy, greedy, hatred, everything, and let us all lead a compassionate world. Okay, compassion is very important than passion. Okay, so let us all lead a compassionate world. Let us all pacify. Okay, we should be a pacified human being, not an aggressive human being. Okay, so I hope the summary is very clear to you. Thank you all for watching my video. Keep watching all the videos whichever I upload, and keep supporting me by subscribing my channel. Kindly subscribe and kindly come out with your comments. That will be very, very encouraging for me. Okay, thank you all so much. Bye bye and take care.